Okay, take 3. Gonna do a little chat about and a review, or rather than a review, I'm going to go through the process which I went through to choose this Canon EOS R over other similar brands. So I looked at loads of reviews, as we tend to nowadays, on YouTube, and also looked at ratings of who at various magazines and so on and so forth as to what is meant to be the best camera. I have to say the Nikon was one of the best out there, the Z6, and also the Sony A7 Mark III was highly thought of as well, and maybe the Mark IV. And then you get the higher pixel ones as well, but you know, going for a massive pixel camera means you're going to be using massive amounts of memory and increasing download times as well. So this is the Canon EOS R, and I have large hands, and you can see it's not very big in my hand, but it fits beautifully. When I looked at the Sony, I looked at a friend's Sony when I went through the process of deciding which to buy, and I couldn't actually physically hold the Sony comfortably. I couldn't get my hand down the side of the grip and the lens. It was too narrow. This is a lovely big gap, and it has almost like a spongy feel at the end of it, so it sort of nestles your fingertips in there. Tons of room, as you can see, and very easy in the hand, very easy to reach all the buttons. Another common complaint which made people rate the Canon quite low was the fact that there was no joystick like many other cameras, and certainly many other Canon cameras. But you have to trust me on this one. You do not need the joystick. You can do everything on this fantastic touchscreen, and you can move your autofocus around, and it really is no bother whatsoever to get your shots in focus. Now, I've just this second downloaded the latest firmware. That's 1.6 at the time of making this video. I thought I had this only arrived in the post a couple of days ago, and it was 1.4, and I thought that was the latest. I was impressed that this camera must have only been made within the last few months. But there is the 1.6. Oh, sorry, this is some of my drone work I've got playing in the background. So basically, just very quickly about me, I am a drone, a professional drone pilot, licensed drone pilot, and I also I am a professional photographer as well. I do the two. Oh, there's a third thing. I'm also a registered osteopath, so I pretty well do 7 days a week of those 3 different things, and life is good. Life's very enjoyable and varied. I'm a lucky chap. But back to the Canon EOS R. So the thought process is, my biggest problem was all the lenses I have for my Canon. You can get a adapter ring for this, which is this little thing here, and that allows you to put all your EF lenses onto this. I'm sure there's going to be tons of new Canon R lenses coming out. This is a Canon R 35, RF 35mm. It's an f1.8, and it's a beautiful little lens. Very impressed. It's not the L series, but it's beautifully made, very solid. It has a programmable ring there. That ring there is for doing your focusing, manual focus, but that is programmable, and you can put various different things onto that, functions, whether the ISO or shutter speed or whatever. This is one of the most programmable, best phrases, most customizable, is that a word? Camera on the market. So all the buttons can be swapped as to what functions, or most of the buttons can be swapped as to what functions they do. The sliding bar here, I've not used it, not needed to, so some people gripe about that, saying it's a waste of time. I've not needed it, so I can't comment on it. It has the one SD card, which other people moan about, saying, oh, how can you have a professional style camera with only one SD card? I live with it. I do regular SD changes. I never buy large SD cards, large memory SD cards, and I just regularly chop and change. Hang on, we don't want advertising on my skip ad. I don't have my videos in the background. That's not the best. Let's go forwards from that one. Oh, what is next? Another advert, which I can't skip yet. Oh, hello. Maybe we'll leave that. No, we won't. So, right, St Ives, one of my videos of St Ives, beautiful St Ives. So, I can highly recommend it. Also comes with fantastic battery life. A lot of the other mirrorless cameras for some reason suffer with low battery life. Canon does not. Solid build, yet it's still so much lighter than the 5D Mark IV. I am uber excited about it. So yes, ticked my boxes. I could keep all my old lenses and use them. And also the menu is a very familiar Canon menu, so it's nice to be able to find your way around that without getting lost or having to relearn how to do it all. So there we are, the Canon EOS R, fantastic little camera. It was or is a great purchase for me, so I can highly recommend it. Thank you for watching. Oh, I will say, if you want to have a look at what I'm doing with it and what I'm doing with my 5D Mark IV, have a look at my Instagram, which is Granite Ocean Film, or there's a website as well, Granite Ocean Film website. And I will leave you for a few seconds watching this marvellous footage of St Ives with its crystal clear water and azure colours. And there we are, that's St Ives, famous for its artists, and due to the light, but this is a bit of drone work I did for a customer. Anyway, thank you. Catch you later.